Hey everybody, happy 4th of
The Fourth of
July.
July, yes, yes,
It's
yes.
kind of rare that a holiday actually falls on the same day as our show.
It is rare. I hate that the July is on a Tuesday. Like, it's like you have that holiday. It's so weird because the holiday's a Tuesday. Okay, well, you got that. Most people will have that day off or the
Right.
option, right?
Yeah.
But you had to work the Monday and you have to work the next day. So it
Yeah.
kind
When
of
it
turns
falls
into
on a
one of those,
Friday or a Monday, everybody loves it because that
yeah.
makes for a long week. I think it is 4th of July the only holiday that actually falls on whatever day of the week.
No, Christmas does too.
Oh, that's right.
New,
That's right. Yeah, you're right.
uh,
You're right.
New Year's Day does too.
Yeah.
St.
Okay.
Patrick's Day, well, nobody cares about Valentine's Day, but St. Patrick's Day. Um, what
Yeah.
else?
All the other ones
Halloween.
are designated Monday holidays.
Yeah. And yeah, there's really not. Yeah, you got Labor Day and Memorial Day. Those are on Mondays.
Right.
Thanksgiving is always on a Thursday, but the
That's always
date
on
is,
Thursday. Right.
yeah. Thanksgiving's probably the best. It's not my favorite holiday, but it's the best holiday for expanding your time off and your visitation and your partying, and because it's on that Thursday, so that Wednesday turns into that Friday, and
Right.
then you just go, which is why the Wednesday before Thanksgiving is the biggest bar night of the year.
Well,
So
look what they did with Thanksgiving. I mean, the day after Thanksgiving is Black Friday. Then you got something Saturday, and you got Cyber Sunday and something Monday, and all
well,
they you
you
know.
go right into it. You go right into Christmas.
Yep.
Boom, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Rock it out. Fourth of July is fun though. I've always found that so my biggest tradition over the last several years has always been going to the FC Dallas game on the 4th of July because it is just, I mean, obviously I'm a big FC Dallas fan. You were there.
Yep.
Um, Biggest thing is just it's a great, it's a good price ticket. It's a great game, even if you're not like a soccer fan or at least understand all of it. It's really great. But the spectacular, amazing fireworks show that they do right after. So you stay in your seats and you figure you're going to be sitting there anyway to watch the fireworks show. You got the best seats in the house, and it's pretty close. And that's something that I got to be honest with you. In the 12 years I've lived here, I feel like I've probably gone like 7, 8 times. I'm not going this year, but
The
um,
and the fireworks is right in the area, and I know that you can hear it all over the city
yeah, they
because
shoot them off. I mean, they shoot
yeah,
them off from FC Dallas. So, like,
yeah,
you're sitting in your seat. Like, I remember last year, and that was probably Luke's first real fireworks show because he went on the 4th before, but I think we left early because he was young. Um, but this was the first one, like seeing it right there, and I mean, it was a long day for him. But I just remember like watching him look up and like we stayed in our seats and it's right there, and they do
right,
cool
right.
things like design the sky with it's just, and it's a long fireworks show, and in the city you see them everywhere and hear it everywhere.
Yeah. Well, and the Rough Riders are in town too, and they're playing uh, tonight, and there's fireworks after that game also.
Yeah, I
So
love it. That's it's really fun. I'm not going this year, unfortunately. I could go if I wanted to. If I changed my mind tonight, I could still go.
yeah,
Uh, but yeah, I'm not going. I'll probably just watch the fireworks from my porch.
and you
So
can
yeah,
face
or I
face
might even
yeah.
you know what? I might even just grab a beer and a koozie and just walk down there and just kind of hang out, check it out, and then just walk back.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, from where you live in relation to the stadium, you only have to walk a couple of blocks, and you're in an open area. Will you be able to see the entire sky? I,
Yeah.
I I remember one of my favorite places to watch fireworks is when we lived down in the Florida Keys. One year we got in our kayaks and we just paddled about a half a mile out into the ocean and just
Get
stopped
that.
right there and watched fireworks all over, the Miami area and Homestead because when you get out in the open water, and it is as clear as a bell. The fireworks are amazing because you don't hear anything. There's no noises around you or any, and the sky is dark so that
Yeah.
that all the fireworks really stand out.
Yeah, that is cool. There are those places. Like I always thought, like one time I was flying home on the 4th and seeing the fireworks from the airplane was cool. That was really cool. Also kind of creeped me out because I'm like, are they going to hit us?
Well,
Because
yeah,
we got,
yeah.
we're starting to land.
How far can those canisters go in the air
Right.
before they explode?
That was cool. And then when I was younger, and we did this multiple times, we had so many lakes around us in Michigan, but we went to this place and it was called Bare Ass Beach. Because yeah,
Excuse me.
it used to be, well, the old, and I don't even know if it's true, but because we've told the story so many times, we're gonna pretend it is. It used to be an old like nude beach, which I have a feeling that there was no nude beach. I have a feeling that back in the day, nobody lived out there, and maybe they saw some people naked in the beach, and that's
Yeah.
where it got the name. But
Well, wait a minute.
it,
Maybe somebody saw a bear down on the beach, and
I
so they
doubt
called
there's a
it
bear in South Lyon.
a bare ass beach. Oh,
So
oh, you mean that bare ass?
So we went and we would go there all the time. We'd sneak in. You weren't allowed to go there because it has a pretty decent current at certain moments. It's not so much the current, it's the drop off, So you could walk out and then this thing just drops off. But it was really pretty, like clear, beautiful. All the deadly places are real pretty. So,
Right.
so we would go there and grab beers and we would sneak in, and we couldn't do like a bonfire really high unless we got to certain spots because the road was kind of up. So police would drive by and then they call the rangers and you have to run and all that stuff. So, but we would go and we just drink and hang out or take your girlfriends there or whatever. And we just go in the water. Well, I remember sitting in the water nighttime looking up because there's a state park right there and they were doing fireworks, and we were just floating in the water drinking beer watching fireworks. And
And
that had
not
to be
only see the fireworks in the air, but it's reflected in the water too.
Yeah, it was one of the coolest things. And the water was just so it was bath water. And man, I can't tell you how many times we did that. Or then a couple years we bought our own fireworks and stuff. I definitely don't, I mean, it's fun, but you better have an open area to do that in.
Right.
We did that in a subdivision here in Frisco. I won't say where, but and one of the fireworks, it was a tank, and the tank was supposed to kind of roll and shoot off. Well, something happened when I lit the tank, and the tank just kept on rolling. I was like, nothing's happening. Well, it shot off from the sides, and the fireworks were hitting the neighbor's windows. I was like, get back inside, get back inside.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to set something on fire.
Yeah. And then you run out in front of the house and you say, what was that? What was that? Did you see that? Wonder what was going on. Some idiot just some blew off some fireworks.
My wife at the time was like, oh my gosh, you're going to burn the neighbor's house down. And I was like, we're going to wake up Luke. We better get inside. I don't care about the neighbor's house. I can't, because Luke was like one. He was like a baby,
I remember as a kid, you always used to experiment with firecrackers, and you used to put them in Coke bottles.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes you'd blow up a Coke bottle and the flying glass would go places that you really didn't want it to go, like onto your father's car.
Well, the problem is if you didn't use glass bottles, then the plastic just melted.
That's right. And we didn't have plastic bottles back in those days. It was all glass.
They had fireworks back in those days.
But yeah, that we had. And I mean, you could buy it freely everywhere. The gas stations all sold it. You could buy it everywhere. Today it's very restricted. In fact, you're lucky if you can find sparklers.
That's the funny thing. Like you go to like Target, Walmart, and they got these little packages and they're all poppers. I used to get them for Luke and we would pop. But you go on 380 just outside of 423, and nobody really, I mean, some of you might know where this area is. Let's just say it's not far from here. There's 2 fireworks stands right there. You can get big ones. You can get big ones there.
Yeah.
And then you go to Oklahoma, which is like an hour up the road, or 2 hours up the road. We used to shoot Roman candles at each other. That was not smart because they would shoot like shotguns. So you would just hold it. Right. But it also hurt and was hot. I don't know why we did that, but.
And also you learned that you never shoot those straight up, because if they go straight up, they come straight down.
That's why you need the field. Like if you've got a field,
right.
or shoot them in the water, so at least they're falling into the water and not burning. But nowadays it's so, I mean, I know we got a lot of water, but it's been so stinking hot around here. I wouldn't want to light anything right now.
Well, and then they put restrictions on it, and they say you can't because the ground is so dry. And
but yet you hear it anyway.
Yeah. And usually after the fire, after the fireworks, you hear the fire engines.
Right. Like, how do you, well, and they've already started like a week ago on Monday. People were already popping them off. I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
It's a week. Yeah. Here's my thing. How can they restrict us to do it? But then you got FC Dallas. Why? Because they're professionals.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, it's part of the holiday. It's as much a part of the holiday, I think, as throwing, burgers and hot dogs on the grill
and just drinking
and drinking too.
I'm going to drink that day. I'm going to drink tonight. I'm going on record to let people know, because guess who's off tomorrow? Me.
Hey.
Yeah. So I'm going to drink. I'm not going to be stupid, but I'm probably, and Luke's hanging out with his mom and his sisters and stuff. So, which is kind of weird for me, because I'm like, wait a minute, like I've been with this kid since he's popped out of the womb on the 4th of July. Why? What am I going to do? But I'm happy that he's going to go have a good time, and that's awesome, and I'm super happy for that. So I'm just gonna look. I happen to have some beer. I just happen to, and I'm gonna just put them in koozies and grill a burger and
watch Tom Cruise on Born on the 4th of July.
Probably not, but a great movie though. But no, I'll either decide if I'm going to watch the fireworks. I might just put music on and like just chill, and I don't know.
That's the other thing. 4th of July is one of those few holidays where you kind of really do get into some of the patriotic music. And a lot of the stations will feature patriotic music for that one day, and you kind of get your fill of it. And by the 5th of July, you say, okay, fine, I'm ready to can it until next year.
Yeah. And you know what I get really frustrated with, and maybe I waited till the end of the show to discuss this, but I hate the level of people, celebrities, athletes, or just talking heads that come out there and are like, well, the 4th of July just doesn't mean what it used to mean. And I'm like they always got to spin a negative thing just because our country is kind of a dumpster fire right now. So what? Like it.
Yeah.
Fire.
Well, they want to question, it is the 4th of July separates celebrates our independence. And so that's the way for, like you said, the talking heads to all say, well, we're not independent anymore. We don't have the freedoms that our founding fathers, thought we were going to have.
I mean, look, are we going to sit here and dive into that and talk about like, okay, I agree, but we are independent. If you look at when this happened and why it happened and how it happened, that's our independence. We couldn't be doing this show if we were still, had corn teeth like our forefathers, and we're sitting there hanging out with the Brits,
That's right. The one thing that's still consistent is we can still pop a beer, and we can still throw some food on the grill and have a picnic.
That's the thing. Yeah. But I always get mad about that. Mostly over the last several years because you get a bunch of morons that come in here and say that stuff. But it is fun, and you know what? I always like the 4th of July because to me, on the 4th is it's always just been a nice day to go. You know what? We're just not gonna do stuff. We're gonna grill. We'll probably watch a movie. Probably have some cocktails. Maybe have people over. Maybe not. Go to FC Dallas and be sweat. Like I'm just gonna put my Hawaiian shirt back on and be sweaty and just drink beer and
Yeah.
shower 3 times because it's 150 degrees.
And that's part of it too, is it kind of represents halfway through the year. It's usually the hottest holiday of the year. Sometimes Labor Day will be too, but you figure that's the day to put the sprinkler on or to go to a water park or, jump in a pool or run down to the lake and cool off. That's all kind of part of the process. Then when the sun goes down and you're waiting for the fireworks, then you chill and drink some beer, have some food, and wait for the fireworks to go off.
Absolutely. My light just went out, so I don't know what that's about. But absolutely there. Yeah. Well, it'll be fun to do. And you know what? Look, we've already had some hot ones. Actually, today's cooler than it was 3 days ago. So
Yeah. All right. Well, you go out and make it a good 4th, and I'm going to do the same thing. And y'all come back and catch us again next Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock for another edition of Trash Talk. Catch you
you
then.
guys be safe.
Bye.